Well, ladies and gentlemen, as expected, people are melting down. The internet is the loudest that it's ever going to be for the next 4 years because Donald Trump has won the United States presidency and people are not having it. It is an absolute meltdown within multiple industries. And since we talk about the gaming industry, I figure let's focus on one particular person since it's part of a recent game that probably led to a lot of people voting red in the first place. So you got Dragon Age the Veilguard's lead writer, Patrick Weeks. And if you guys need an idea of who Patrick Weeks is, I mean, we can see some inspiration for Tosh probably in this particular writer. Patrick Weeks is having an absolute meltdown, all because Donald Trump is now his president of the United States of America.
Everybody's always blaming me for everything.
Now, I know, ladies and gentlemen, these people are not going to be happy to say something like that because, let's be real, they were having a field day over the last 4 years ruining this country and doing whatever the hell they wanted to do with whatever nonsensical pronoun bullshit and all that stuff that's been happening. Well, we have decided that that's enough. Enough is enough. And now we are slowly but surely starting to go in the opposite direction. And Patrick Weeks is not like that. Patrick Weeks is deciding to have a little bit of a melty melt on Twitter. And I figure, hell, let's just have a look. So let's get into this article, guys, from Fandom Pulse. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So it says Patrick Weeks, the lead writer for Dragon Age the Veilguard, has had a meltdown on social media following Americans choosing to elect Donald Trump as president of the United States over Kamala Harris. It says on Blue Sky, which, by the way, Blue Sky is their like echo chamber. Blue Sky is their safe space. I can only imagine what Blue Sky is looking at right now, considering Kamala lost. I gotta imagine Blue Sky is probably going to erupt and close down as a social media platform because they went to Blue Sky thinking that that was going to be their safe space for the election and that was going to be where they were going to celebrate Kamala Harris's victory. Well, apparently that's not the case at all. On Blue Sky, Weeks did not make any comments himself, but reposted a number of unhinged posts, seemingly making it clear what his own personal views are. You know, that's such a chicken way, right? That's such a chicken way in order to, like, say how angry you are and express how angry you are, but not actually put anything out there that's going to get yourself in trouble, right? People try to avoid any kind of accountability by just reposting what other people are saying, even though they agree with every sentiment of it. That way they can say, if they ever get backlash, they can say, well, I never said it. I never said any of that. You know what I mean? They'll just say some bullshit like that, but we all know the truth. Then first off, he reposted Rust Belt Rebel, who wrote the following. Lawrence O'Donnell talking about how the Electoral College is a massive voter suppression technique, and it enrages me that we're still being controlled by white fucking enslavers centuries later, all while people refuse to even murmur the words white supremacists. You know what I love, by the way? I absolutely love the amount of coping and seething that is happening right now regarding the election and all of the white liberals that are out there on Twitter right now blaming people of color. I gotta love it, man. The amount of people that are like, oh, we're blaming Hispanics. We're blaming blacks. They clearly are just misogynists and they didn't want to see a woman president, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, this is amazing. I live for this. Please let it out. Let it all out. Just, you guys have been suppressing your racism for I don't know how long now. Just let it out, bro. He also reposted Celeste Puter, who wrote the following. P.S. One more thing. The Harris campaign has been warning about this for days now, but it bears saying again. Trump will probably try to declare victory tonight. Do not fall for it and denounce it loudly. Team Harris is also expecting it, and they are prepared to act. What are you gonna act? What do you mean prepared to act? It's over. He's got 300. He's got 300 electoral votes, and it's not even finished counting yet. It's over. He's well past 270. You are done. What do you mean you're prepared to act? You better be prepared to say that recession. Like, come on, bro. I cannot believe these people. I really can't. Just admit defeat at this point. He also reposted John Rogers, who wrote -2% for being black. -2% for being women. That's all it takes to make it this close. It is, in fact, not over. No, it is, in fact, over. And the fact that the people in charge were more scared of ruining America's image in their heads than they were of allowing insurrectionists and traitors to roam free. It is over. These people are trying to say, oh, it is not over. No, it is over. Let it be known it's over. Next week's reposted Radley Balco, who posted the following. As Jonathan last pointed out, Harris ran a smart campaign. She was a solid she ran a campaign for like 8 months, 6 months. What are you talking about? She was a smart candidate. First off, she wasn't even elected to be in the position in the first place. And second off, she was only put there because they thought they could run their entire campaign off of the fact that she was a woman of color. They thought that was going to carry her to victory. They thought wrong. That was a dumb decision. Trump ran a disastrous campaign and is in clear decline. This was a clear choice. No matter who wins, half of the voters either chose bigotry and authoritarianism, and had no problem with it, and that's hard to take. Listen, you better take it. You better take it one way or another because he's your president regardless of whether or not you like it or not. And you guys have been saying that for the last 4 years when it comes to Joe Biden. So now it's time to take it on the chin and just admit that Donald Trump is your president. As unfortunate as that may be for you, that's just what it is. Now, in terms of the gaming industry, man, like I said, Dragon Age the Veilguard is one of those video games that I truly believe made people want to vote red, at least even slightly. Dragon Age the Veilguard probably woke up a lot of people to vote red more than you probably realize, because a lot of normies bought this game based off the name of Dragon Age, and once they picked up the game and realized what the hell they were playing, they were like, what the fuck is this? How did we get to this point? And then they start looking up on YouTube, they start going down rabbit holes on Reddit and online forums, and then before you know it, they realize they're not alone, and that there's plenty of normal people out there that are realizing all the psychopathic behavior like this fucking loser that exists out there in the world. And it's unfortunate because Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have absolutely enabled it for the last 4 years, and they've created this echo chamber of just complete insanity. Well, it's done. People are over it. People are absolutely over it. Then it says, ironically, after sharing posts accusing Trump supporters of being traitors and insurrectionists, he shared a post from Elizabeth Binky advising people to not obey. Binky wrote, "Do not obey in advance." I really like this take here by Sarah. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you are all giving up now before every last vote is tallied when the race has not been called, as some people are still in line, then oh boy, as someone who works in authoritarian countries, I have bad news for how you'll do over the next 4 years. Rule number one, do not obey in advance. Man, you guys on Blue Sky, whatever, you guys are absolutely fucking coping and seething. Let it be known, Elizabeth, you have that modern audience, Joe, so I'm thinking you're not exactly an Elizabeth. You're probably like a Ben or something. But still, let it be known, Elizabeth, it's officially over. According to the election map, the race has been called by everybody. Associated Press, literally everybody. Donald Trump is the winner of this presidency, and he will be president number 47 of the United States, regardless of whether or not you guys like it or not. So shout out to Dragon Age Veilguard developers that are absolutely coping and seething. Not only did you get a game that failed miserably and is not going to make its money back, but now you have to figure out what you're going to do when you try to release Mass Effect 5 during the presidency of Donald J. Trump. So I can only imagine how that's going to end up, man. They're going to put a Trump reference in Mass Effect 5. Watch. You're going to see. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it if you could like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.